Hello? Kalana, can you hear me, Buta?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes. Right. Okay, Lamai. Today my focus is to complete deficiency payment system. Last day we completed intervention buying for purchasing excess supply by the government. Right. We are in the lesson of supporting price. I'll give you a small introduction for supporting price. Remember, Lamai, last day we discussed this point in detail. Supporting price and minimum price are totally different. Okay, the Lamai. Supporting price or guaranteed price is more advanced than minimum price. Okay, the Lamai. Right. Uh, right. Listen, Lamai. Supporting price under the supporting price, Lamai, yes, government imposes a minimum price, or we can say guaranteed price, PG, guaranteed price. Demand curve. This is the supply curve, demand curve, and this is the original market equilibrium, Lamai, right? Equilibrium P1 and quantity Q1. Right, then the government imposes a guaranteed price, right? Guaranteed price is above the equilibrium price. Right, then government imposes a guaranteed price. Assume this is P2 Lamai. Guaranteed price name as PG Lamai, but PG mean guaranteed price, right? Soon after government sets a guaranteed price Lamai, what happens? Producers get excited and they supply more units to the market, right? This is the supply after the guaranteed price, Q2. Okay. And what happens to demand, Lamai? After the guaranteed price, demand, supply, yes, suppliers get excited and they try to supply more. What about producers now? Sorry, consumers. Demand decreases. Why? The price, you can see the new price that government has set, yes, is higher than prevailing equilibrium price. right? Then lamai, excess supply creates, right? Excess supply comes to the market. So remember, after the minimum price lamai, excess supply created, excess supply, right? Due to this excess supply occurred after the minimum price lamai, government is not able to achieve what government wants to achieve. Because in the minimum price lamai, government wants to protect producers. But unfortunately, due to this excess supply, it won't happen. Right? Government can't achieve what government wants. Due to this excess supply lamai, producers are really helpless, right? They are not being protected by the minimum price due to this excess supply. Then lamai, if government wants to make this minimum price meaningful, government has to manage this excess supply. If government wants to make minimum of low price meaningful, government has to manage this excess supply, right? To manage excess supply in the world, there are two methods. What are the methods? Intervention by and Kalana, what is other one?
Deficiency payment
Deficiency
system.
payment system. Okay, to manage this excess supply, or in other words, Lamai, to remove this excess supply from the market, making minimum price very meaningful. Okay, government can use two approaches, right? Remember, both approaches cannot be used at same time. One of them, right? Either purchasing excess supply or deficiency payment. Are you okay with this? Right? So remember, under the guaranteed price, guaranteed price mean lamai, under the guaranteed price, government imposes a guaranteed price, PG, and government introduces a method, introduces a strategy to manage excess supply in the market. Right? Otherwise, lamai, this form, the minimum price policy or guaranteed prices policy is totally ineffective. Right? So under the supporting price, government imposes a minimum price or guaranteed price. Then what happens? Government introduces a certain method, strategy to eliminate this excess supply from the market. There are two methods, Lamai. Purchasing excess supply and other one is deficiency payment system. Last day we discussed purchasing excess supply by the government. Today my focus is to complete deficiency payment system. What is that? Deficiency payment system. What is mean? Forget economics, Lamai. What is mean by deficient? Yes, less. It means it's not enough. Shortfall. Okay, the Lamai. That is called deficiency. This is deficiency payment system. Right? Okay. Listen, Lamai. Deficiency payment means deficiency payment system. Right. Lamai, this is how it works. Listen. Deficiency payment system. Price, quantity, 0. This is demand curve. This is the supply curve. What is this, Lamai? Market equilibrium price and quantity. Assume Lamai, prevailing equilibrium price is P1, equilibrium quantity is Q1. Now, Dipna, government believes this price, prevailing equilibrium price, which is P1, is not enough for producers, right? Then government sets a legal price above the equilibrium. Legal price above the equilibrium, right? This is the legal price. Okay, Lamai, this is called PG, guaranteed price, right? Assume it's P2. Under the deficiency payment system, right? Listen very carefully. This is not like purchasing excess supply. This is different. Lamai, remember, under this method, government does not purchase any single unit from the market. I'll repeat. Under the first method, Lamai, government purchases entire excess supply from the market at guaranteed price, right? Then government work as a buyer. Here, remember, under the deficiency payment system, Kalana, government is there, government involvement is there, but government does not buy any single, right? Listen how it works. Lamai, soon after this price, P2 price or guaranteed price, what happens to supply? Kalana, producers get excited and they try to supply more. What happens to supply? Kalana?
Increases.
Increases. Right? Assume Putta, original equilibrium price is 100 rupees. Now government has set a guaranteed price 130. After 130 at guaranteed price, quantity supply increases to, assume original quantity, equilibrium quantity is 1000. Now actual, quantity supply increases to 1500. What does it mean, Kamal? Now producers are willing to supply 1500, right? 1500 units are brought to the market by producers because they get excited, they want to sell more. But Lamai, here government does not purchase any single unit, right? When entire supply comes to the market, entire supply means 1500 units at guaranteed price. When entire supply comes to the market, Lamai, this original market price falls. This is the original market price that consumers are willing to pay to buy this entire entire quantity. What is a quantity, Lamai? Q2 quantity. Okay, the Lamai. It's meaning, Lamai, consumers are willing to buy Q2 quantity, no issue. But they are not willing to pay P2 price. They are willing to buy entire, Q2 quantity at a lower price. What is the price? Let's say P0. Assume Putta, this is 80 rupees. Consumers will say, okay, producers, you have already bought Q2 or 1500 in the market. Okay, we will buy your entire quantity at price 80, right? We are not willing to pay 130 rupees for you. Entire quantity will be purchased, no issue, but we are willing to pay only note price. Okay, the Lamai. Then producer goes to the government, right? Runs to the government and says, okay, the Lamai. Producers go to the government and say, government, listen very carefully. Thank you very much for your guaranteed price. What is the guaranteed price, Lamai? P2, and they get excited to supply more, and we have already supplied how many in Lamai? Q2 quantity to market. But government, there is a problem. Is demand, consumer side. Demand is very naughty today, right? They are willing to buy entire 1500 units at which price, Lamai? Note price. Then government says, okay, producers, it's fine. Entire, you can sell entire stuff you have brought to the market at which price, Lamai? Not price. Then Lamai, producers are getting shocked. Okay, the Lamai. Sometimes, they have painted and fallen, right? Then government says, okay, producers, right? Pick up. You can sell entire quantity at which price? 80 rupees. Then producers will say, government, what are you talking, right? Because you gave us a guaranteed price. How much? 130 rupees. Now we have already supplied Q2 quantity to the market. Then you are saying, or you are asking us to sell this entire quantity at P0 price. What is this? Then government says, Lamai, okay, producer, no issue. You can sell entire quantity at 80 rupees. If there is any shortfall, if there is any deficiency between guaranteed price and market price, that deficiency or the deficiency, the insufficient amount will be paid to you. We will pay the difference between guaranteed price and market price to you. Don't worry. Are you okay with that? Then how much the guaranteed price, Lamai? How much the guaranteed price? No, guaranteed price 130. Guaranteed price 130 minus, but consumers are willing to buy entire quantity at 80 rupees now. Then you can see shortfall per unit is 50 rupees. Yes. Then lamai, government will pay this 50 rupees per unit. How much the guaranteed price? 180. Consumers have already paid how much lamai? 80 rupees. Then government has paid 50 rupees. Total how much lamai? 130. End of the day, producers are getting 130 rupees per unit. Job done. No issue. Here, remember, government, that's the important one. Here, my government is not buyer, right? Government does not purchase any single unit from the market. Entire quantity after the guaranteed price is purchased by consumer, but at a lower price, right? The difference between guaranteed price and that market price will be paid to the producers by the government. That is called deficiency. But in Sri Lanka, lamai, very difficult to find this system. Press method is widely used. What is press method? Purchasing. Okay, the lamai. But remember, Kalana, tell me, Buddha, does government have a cost here? Does government have to spend money?
Yes.
Yes, because here you can see Buddha, 50 rupees has to be paid per unit. Then total quantity is 1,500. Then government cost would be 15 to 1,500. Government has a cost. But remember, Lamai, this method, I mean, deficiency payment system is actually it's effective, more effective than purchasing excess supply. That's why Sri Lankan government doesn't use it, because this is a good system. I mean, with comparison to previous method, this is I'll show you with calculations now. Good system, right? Better system than press method. Press method mean purchasing. Okay, then. Alana, Lipna, are you okay with this?
Okay, sir.
Okay, the Buddha. This is called
Yes, sir.
deficiency payment. Deficiency per unit. Okay. Right. Shall we write down the definition, Lamai? Deficiency payment system. Right. Deficiency payment system. Put a star mark and write down, Lamai. A deficiency payment system. A deficiency payment system deficiency payment system is a price supporting policy. Price support policy price support under which government compensated, under which the government compensates farmers. Okay, farmers by paying the difference between paying difference between a predetermined target price. Target price. So that give me another word for this. Predetermined target price, guaranteed price. EG. Right, target price and the lower market price and the lower market price lower market price of commodity. Deficiency payment system is a price support policy. Yes, a price support policy. Highlight lama, it's a price support under which the government compensates. In government pays money lama. Government provides money, compensate farmers by paying the difference between predetermined target price mean guaranteed price and the lower market price. Lower market price mean market price after the guaranteed price. I mean, after the guaranteed price, more units are coming to the market, lowering the original, I mean, market price. That is called lower market price, right? Because consumers are willing to buy entire quantity at a lower price. That lower price is called a lower market price. Of the gap between will be paid or compensated by the government. Palana Lipna. Okay, the Buddha.
Okay, sir.
Right? Okay, Lamai. Then you can you get this done? Page number 62. There's a box. And Lamai, remember, under the deficiency payment system, no need to calculate excess supply. Right? Because useless calculate excess supply. But remember, Lama, here you have to calculate this market price. Lower market price after the entire quantity comes to the market. Right? So calculating this Q2 quantity and lower market price is not Lama. No need to calculate excess supply separately as we did first method. So let me know once you're done. Ipna, Kalan,
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
done. Ipna, need more time?
No, sir. Done.
Done. Okay, good. Right, then put on next to the diagram. Next to the diagram, write down. Next to the diagram, write down. Total government cost. Total government cost equals, how to calculate total government cost, Lamai? Yes. Is number one, the difference between guaranteed price and market price, lower market price. Is Lamai? P2 minus P2 minus P naught. This is the gap or difference between guaranteed price and lower market price. Okay, this amount has to be compensated or paid to producers for all units, Lamai. Right? Then what is the total quantity, Lamai? Q. So P naught minus, sorry, P2 minus P naught into Q. This is the total government cost. Is the total government cost for this system, Lamai. Can you shade the area of government cost on the diagram, Lamai? Alan? Yes, this I mean entire the total government cost. This is the cost per unit, Lamai. Total cost. Is it triangle or rectangle? Kalana?
Rectangle, sir.
Rectangle, Lamai. This is the distance per unit. This distance into this entire quantity, Lamai. And this is the government cost on deficiency payment. If not, are you okay with this? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Any doubt up to now, Laman?
No, sir.
Right. Right. Listen. Laman, after the guaranteed price or under the deficiency payment system, are producers happy? Why? Yes, Laman. Number one, they get a higher price, P2 price. But remember, this P2 price is coming from two different parties. Not Laman. එක වැඩක් නෑනේ කොහොමරි ගාන හම්බ වෙනවනේ clearද ළමයි? Then number one, producers are getting a higher price. Other one, they are selling Q2 quantity now. They are really. What about consumers? Consumers. Yes, after the deficiency payment system, Kalana, Ipna, are consumers happy?
Yes.
Yes, Lamai. Why? Now they can buy one unit at P naught price. Wonderful, Lamai. Okay, if there was no deficiency payment system, this is the price they would pay. But now they can buy entire quantity Q2 quantity at P naught price. Then both happy producers and happy consumers. Are you okay with that? Right. Yes. Okay. Right. This is a story, Lama. This is the idea of deficiency payment system. Shall we move to this example? I'll explain everything. This example. Right. Example number one. Demand and supply of particular good is given by the demand and supply equation. Below, QD given, QS given, Lamai. Calculate the equilibrium price and quantity. Draw the market equilibrium. Right. Let's get it done, Lamai. Hurry up. Right, example number 1. First one lama equilibrium price and quantity. At equilibrium, this is the answer for first equal lama QD given 400 minus 5p, QS minus 50 plus NP, NP minus 50 plus 10. Then lamai 400 plus 50 equals 5p plus NP. 15p equals 450 divided by 15, giving price 30 rupees. Right? Then lamai calculate equilibrium quantity as well. Q equals equilibrium quantity. QD equals 400 minus 5p. 400 minus 5 in price is 30. 400 minus 150. To equilibrium quantity is Kalana,
Yes, sir.
Dipna. Right. Second one lamai draw the diagram. Part. Price quantity. I draw it on a scale. Maximum demand price would be 80 rupees. Here I think it's 100. Minimum supply price 50. Sorry, intercept of the supply curve is 50, minus 50. Minimum supply price, minimum supply price 5, right? Curve, one curve, premium price 30, quantity. Calculate equilibrium price, sorry, maximum demand price and minimum supply price. You can mark price axis 10 by 10 or 5 by 5. Quantity axis 50 by 50 or 100 by 100. Okay. Next one, calculate the consumer surplus, producer surplus, and surplus. Plus. Consumer surplus, producer surplus, and economic. Right. This is the answer for third part. consumer surplus equals lamai maximum demand price 80 rupees, minimum supply price no, but maximum demand price minus equilibrium price 30 quantity divide by 2. Can you tell me that? 125, 125 in reducer surplus. Reducer surplus equilibrium price. Equilibrium price is 30 rupees minus minimum supply price 5 rupees into equilibrium quantity divided by how much lama is it? 3125. Palana, Tipna?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Then calculate economic surplus as well. These three questions are very simple, Lama. You are expert, Lama. Calculation. Economic surplus equal consumer surplus plus producer plus Lama. Consumer surplus 6,050. Producer plus sorry 6, yeah, 3,125. Total equal uh 10. Okay, the Lama. Right. Okay. So okay with this parts, Lama. Next part, next question number 4. Assume that government has decided to provide a guaranteed price of 40 rupees per unit and deficiency payments is entered. Calculate the followings. Number 1, calculate the market price of the product at guaranteed. The number press to step. Go to the diagram. Go to the diagram and show the guaranteed price first. Guaranteed price. Yes, 40 rupees guaranteed price, which is above the equilibrium price. Draw a horizontal line. This is the guaranteed price. P. Ipna, Kalana. 40 rupees now. 40 rupees. This is the guaranteed. හරිද ළමයි? අර මිනිමම් ප්‍රයිස් එකේ කරන්නේ ළමයි ගවර්න්මන්ට් එක මේ ප්‍රයිස් එක ඩිසයිඩ් කරලා ආයෙ පැත්ත පළාතේවත් එන්නේ නැහැ. යනවා යන්න. මොන මගුලක් කරගන්නේ. හැබැයි මේක එහෙම නෑ ළමයි. මෙයා දන්නවා මේකට පස්සේ එක්සස් සප්ලයි එකක් එනවා. එක්සස් සප්ලයි එක ආවට පස්සේ මාකට් එක කොහොම හොඳටම අවුල් යනවා. ඒ හින්දා තව මොකක් හරි හරිද මොකක් හරි මැනේජින් සිස්ටම් එකක් තියෙන්න ඕන ළමයි. රයිට් මේකේ සිස්ටම් එක තමයි ඩිෆිෂන්. නේද ළමයි? කලන? ඕකේද පුතා?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, the next step lamai, calculate the entire quantity total supply after the guaranteed price quantity lamai 350. Puda, which equation should I use? Demand or supply? Kalana, to calculate this quantity, I mean total quantity quantity supply at P2 sorry guaranteed price of 40 rupees, which equation should I use lamai? Demand or supply?
Supply.
Supply, because listen lamai, this is the this is the point of supply curve lamai. I need to calculate quantity supply at price 40 lamai. Then you can use supply equal. Okay, okay the lamai. This is, you can say this is the total supply, total quantity supply after the guaranteed price. So that there is a no separate question for calculating quantity supply after the guaranteed price. You can calculate it separately. Total quantity supply after the guaranteed price. Now please use your supply equation. What is your supply equation? QS equal minus 50 plus 10p. Now QS equals minus 50 plus, I want you to calculate my total quantity supply at price 40. 40 is a guaranteed price. QS equals minus 50 plus 10 into 40, 400. QS equals 350 units. What does it mean, Lamai? Itna? After the guaranteed price, Lamai. After the guaranteed price, right? After government sets this 40 rupees, Lamai, what happens? Producers get excited and supply more units to the market. This is the total supply after the guaranteed price, Lamai. It's mean, yes. Okay, the Lamai. It's mean 250 quantity, equilibrium quantity increases to 350 units, Lamai. 350. Now don't trust your diagram, but never trust your diagram, Lamai. Use equations. Okay, the Lamai. If there's a small mistake in the diagram, Lama, your answer will be might be a 260, 265, 365. Okay, the Lama. So the better option is to see here. Right. Right. But question A is asking Lama, calculate the market price of the product at guaranteed price. Listen, Lama. Market price of the product at guaranteed price. What does it mean, Lama? Market price mean, Lama, mean the price that consumers are willing to pay to buy 350. Okay, the Lamai. How to calculate this price, Kalana? This means Lamai, consumers are to buy 350 units, but at price, we don't know the price. We have to calculate the price, Lamai. Kalana, which equation should I use, Lamai?
Demand equation.
Demand equation. Listen, Lamai, yes. Because this is the, point of the demand equation, right? This is a point of demand equation, right? Here, quantity, we know the quantity, Lamai. We need to calculate price. Lamai, to demand 350 units, how much, right? The how much price that consumers are. Okay, the Lama, use your demand equation. This is the answer for part A, fourth question, fourth question, part A. Use demand equation, Lama. QD equals 400 minus, how much, Lama? 400 minus 5p. Here, Lama, we know the quantity, 350. We are calculating, Lama, the price that consumers are willing to pay when purchasing 350 units, Lamai. Minus 5p plus 5p, 400 minus 5p equal 50, Lamai. Divided by 5, p equals how much, Lamai? What does it mean? Consumers are willing to buy 350 units, right? Which is, yes, brought to the market by producers, but they are not willing to pay which price, Lamai? 40 rupees, right? They are to buy 350 units at price, how much, Lamai? 10. So that this is called market price. Market price. Market price after the guaranteed, after PG. Okay, the Lamai. Halana, Dipna?
Okay, sir.
No issue. Right, good. Okay, the Lamai. Guaranteed price එක 40 rupees ළමයි. හැබැයි දැන් producer ට හම්බ වෙන්නේ 10 rupees. Clear? Consumer ගෙවන්නේ 10 rupees. කොට ඉතින් ප්‍රොඩියුසර් ප්‍රශ්නයක් එයා යනවා ගවර්න්මන්ට් එක ගාවට එයා ඉතින් මේක නෑ වඩුම මේ ගන්න දෙන්න රබගෙන යන්න ගෙදර වහගෙන කියද issue කියද ළමයි what is next question calculate the total cost of the government so that this is called can you write this down this is called deficiency payment per unit ළමයි this is how much the deficiency payment pay per unit ළමයි 40 minus 10 deficiency payment per unit. Deficiency payment per unit. Deficiency payment per unit. Then my total government cost should be. This is answer for part B. Total government cost. Total government cost equals lamai. How to calculate lamai? 40 minus 10. This is the deficiency payment per unit into government has to pay this end. I mean 30 rupees for all quantities lamai. Because government has promised, yes. Okay. How many units lamai? 300. If you need, you can make your own equation. Sorry, 350. Units. Sorry. Should I divide this equation by 2 or not? Yeah, because no need to divide. This is a rectangle. Alana, are you okay with this?
Yes.
Yeah. This is a total government cost lamai. Then 30 into 350. 30 into 350. Alana, how much the value?
10,500.
10,500. Most probably lamai this be right 10,000. If you want, you can make your own equation, but I don't want remember equations. Want lamai. Right here we can say with that deficiency payment per unit. Payment unit into 350 means lamai. We can say quantity supply at guaranteed price. Okay, the lamai. Right. Then next one, part C, estimate the consumer surplus and producer surplus after the price support. Consumer surplus and producer surplus after the price support. This is part C. Right, consumer surplus. Lamai consumer surplus means consumer. That doesn't change. What does it mean, lamai? Consumer surplus means area, lamai. Consumer surplus is the area below the demand curve and above the actual price paid by consumer. Okay, the lamai. Come to the diagram. 1 minute. Below the demand curve, above the actual price paid by consumer. So after the guaranteed price, how much do consumers pay per unit? 10 rupees. This is the actual price paid by consumer, but they are willing to pay how much lamai? Even 80 rupees. Then 80. This is the price that consumers are willing to pay maximum minus actual price paid by consumer into Halana. Yeah, but we have to consider the actual quantity purchased by consumers, right? What is the quantity actually purchased by consumers now? 250 or 350 after the guaranteed price. Alana?
350.
350. Okay, the Buddha. Then this distance should be multiplied by, is it triangle or rectangle? Triangle එක. නේද ළමයි? So this is the consumer surplus after the guaranteed price. Consumer surplus after the guaranteed price. Then how to calculate ළමයි? Huh? Consumer surplus equals, consumers are willing to pay maximum 80 rupees. Now actual price paid by consumers after the guaranteed price is, ළමයි, this is the benefit per unit into they are actually purchasing ළමයි 350 units. Triangle ළමයි divided by. So if you want, you can only the consumer surplus. How much ළමයි? 35. Calculate. $12,250. Huh? Have we got the same answer or different answer?
Same answer, sir.
Same answer. Kalana?
Same answer.
Same answer. But if you want, you can make it. Right? 80 means lamai. What is 80? 80. Maximum demand price 10 rupees. Nah, minimum supply price නෙමෙයි 10. Market price නැත්නම් actual price paid by consumer 350. Quantity supply or quantity supply guaranteed price. Okay, the lamai. Alana, Dipna, I done Pudha. Shall we move on?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Done,
Next
sir.
one. Yeah, done. Producer surplus. Producer surplus. Producer surplus. Producer surplus means producer surplus means what is mean by producer surplus? The actual price received by producer, difference between the actual price received by producer and the minimum expectation of producers in the market, right? So the after the guaranteed price, after the guaranteed price, Alana, Dipna, tell me, Buddha, not Alana. How much do producers actually receive after the guaranteed per unit? How much do producers actually receive after the guaranteed price per unit?
70.
How much?
37.
No, I asked you, how much do producers actually receive after the guaranteed price when selling one unit?
40.
40 rupees. Very good. But remember, Lamai, this 40 is coming from two different parties. What are the parties? Yes. Consumer are paying 10 rupees per unit. Producers, sorry, government is paying another 30 rupees. But anyway, Lamai, they actually receive how much? Right? That actual price need to be taken into account. Right? Then actual price received by producer 40 rupees. Look at the diagram, Lamai. Color, cost appropriate. Yellow. Right. This is Lamai. 40 minus minimum expectation. Minimum expectation is 5 rupees. this distance multiplied by actual quantity being sold in the market, right? How many units are being sold in the market after the guaranteed price? 350. So this distance should be multiplied by here the number. Then put that this is the triangle. It's a big triangle. Triangle showing the producer surplus after the guarantee. Okay, the number. Doubt lamai? Okay, the lamai. This is the producer surplus after the guaranteed price. If you want, you can shade the area of your diagram. But it's equation lamai. Producer surplus equals actual price received by producer per unit 40 rupees minus minimum expectation of producers, which is shown by your minimum supply price. How much the minimum supply price? 5 rupees into the actual quantity which is being sold in the market. This is also triangle lamai. By 6,125. This is producer. Alana, are you okay with this? Dipna?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
good. If you want, you can make your own equation. Lamai, what is the equation? 40. 40. Guaranteed price 5. Minimum supply price 350. Quantity supply at guaranteed price. Okay, the lamai, right? Producer surplus, consumer surplus, done. Next one. Part D. Calculate the deadweight loss and loss in economic surplus. Lamai, last day I explained you, right, the idea of deadweight loss. Deadweight loss means, Lamai, Alana, can you tell me what it is? Deadweight loss.
The allocative inefficiency.
Allocative inefficiency. Yes. Remember, Lamai, deadweight loss is all about allocative inefficiency. Allocative inefficiency. Allocative inefficiency occurs due to either overproduction or underproduction the market after the government intervention. After the government intervention. Go to the diagram. I'll draw the diagram. This is your diagram. Lamai price. Listen this carefully. Can you tell me the equilibrium price? 30, ne? 30 quantity 250. Now price there guaranteed. My quantities over in the market price. How much? In. Now listen very carefully. Lamai, this is the original market equilibrium quantity. Original market equilibrium quantity. Remember, Lamai, when a market comes to its equilibrium point, when market is in equilibrium, marginal cost and marginal benefit are equal. Marginal cost and marginal benefit are equal. This is called allocative efficiency. Okay, if marginal cost of production and marginal benefit of production are equal, that situation is called allocative efficiency. Remember, at equilibrium, Lamai, allocative efficiency is achieved. But after the government intervention, after this guaranteed price, market is producing not 250, how many units? 350. right? According to demand, given demand and supply equation, this market economy, this market should produce 250. But after the government intervention, production has increased from 250. Tell me, Buddha, is it overproduction or overproduction or underproduction? We need 250 units. This is the desirable output level, but overproduction. Kalana, is it clear, Buddha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the Lamai. So remember, this government intervention or guaranteed price has created an overproduction. Okay, the Lamai. After the any form of government intervention, after the any form of government intervention, Buddha, if there is either overproduction or underproduction, resource allocation becomes efficient, but inefficient. That's called allocative. Okay, the line. So the allocative inefficiency shown by this is overproduction. Overproduction. Come vertically upward. Come vertically upward. And this is the remember marginal cost shown by your demand curve. Right? This is the marginal. This is the marginal benefit of this overproduction part. Marginal benefit part or marginal benefit of this overproduction. Right? Then Buddha, come vertically upward. Then you will meet supply curve. Supply curve shows the marginal cost. Right? This is the marginal cost of this overproduction. Okay, the Lamai. Then Buddha, you can see there is a triangle between demand and supply curves covering your overproduction. Okay, the Lamai. This part is called dead weight. What? Called dead weight loss triangle. All about allocative. Because Lamai, in this overproduction part, there is a gap between marginal cost and marginal benefit. That difference is allocated. Can you shade the area and here, but not they ask you to calculate net weight loss. Then it's mean Buddha, you have to calculate area of this triangle. Go to the diagram, Lamai. Go to the diagram and shade the area. And name it as dead weight. Alana Dipna. Okay, the Buddha.
Okay, sir.
මතක තියාගන්න හැම වෙලාවක මේ ඕවර් ප්‍රොඩක්ෂන් එකට ඕන ටික විතරයි ගන්නෙ. මේ ඕවර් ප්‍රොඩක්ෂන් එකට එන ඕවර් ප්‍රොඩක්ෂන් එකේ මාජිනල් බෙනිෆිට් එක මේ තියෙන්නේ. ඒ තියෙන මාජිනල් කොස්ට් එක that is called it's been marginal cost is greater than marginal benefit 1500. Okay, lamai. Then how to calculate area of this triangle, lamai? Simple. Base of the triangle, base is how much, lamai? Efficiency payment per unit, how much? 40 minus 30, no, 40 minus 10, 30 into this distance, lamai. This is the height of the triangle, how much? 250 minus, sorry, 350 minus. Should I divide it by 2 or not? Yes, lamai. Because why? Triangle. Ipna, clear the Buddha? This is the area of dead weight loss. Yes, dead weight loss equals 40 minus 10 into 350 minus E. How much the value, Lamai? 13 to 100 divided by 2, answer should be 1000. This is called dead weight. Kalana, clear the Buddha?
Clear, sir.
Ipna?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No?
Clear, sir.
I was shocked. Right. Then loss in economic surplus. Loss in economic surplus. Loss in economic surplus means the difference between economic surplus before the guaranteed price and after the guaranteed. Remember, the concept of dead weight loss and loss in economic surplus are totally different. Dead weight loss is all about allocative inefficiency, okay, or triangle which is formed by the difference between demand and supply curves, forming that covering that overproduction part. But loss in economic surplus is a different concept. If you want to calculate loss in economic surplus, please calculate or compare economic surplus before the guaranteed price and after the guarantee. Right. Loss in economic surplus. So this is called SWL, social welfare loss, or loss in economic surplus. Loss in economic. Okay, right. Then first step is economic surplus before guaranteed price. Listen very carefully. Before guaranteed price. Before the guaranteed price, how many economic units in the market? How many parties, main parties in the market? 2. Consumers and producers. Remember, Buddha, when calculating economic surplus, we have to consider all benefits and cost of all economic parties or units in the economy. Before the guaranteed price, only there are 2 parties. We have to take the benefits and cost of all these parties. Lamai. Consumers benefit is shown by consumer surplus. Producers benefit is shown by producers. Actually, we have already calculated. Okay. Consumer surplus, I think, is 6,250. Producer surplus 3,125. Total economic surplus is how much? 9,300. Then Buddha, economic surplus after the guarantee. Economic surplus after guaranteed. Listen very carefully. Guaranteed price. Buddha, after the guaranteed price, how many parties in the economy now? 3. For the parties namai. Consumers, producers, and also new party. Superpower is there. Superman is there. Government. Government has a cost. So when calculating total economy, that cost has to be taken into account. Okay, the lamai. Then consumer surplus plus producer surplus. So that remember, cost is always a loss. We have to deduct this cost from the total benefit. How then government? So can you tell me answers? Consumer surplus after the guaranteed price? 12,250. Producer surplus 6,125 minus government cost. Government cost 10,500. Total government cost 10,500. Alana, are you okay with this? Deepna?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
then can
sir.
you tell me the total value, Buddha? Here, sorry. $7,875. Okay, the Lamai. This is not loss in economic surplus. Take the difference before the guaranteed price and after the guaranteed. This is the economic surplus before the guaranteed price. This is economic surplus after the guaranteed price. Kalana, what happens to that? Has economic surplus increased or decreased?
Decrease, sir.
Decreased by
1,500.
1,500. Okay, the Lamai. This is mean economic surplus has decreased by 1,500 after the guaranteed price. This is called social welfare loss or not dead weight loss. Loss in. But in this case, the value of dead weight loss and value of social welfare loss are equal, but remember, totally different concepts. Right? Value wise equal. It doesn't mean that both concepts are same. No, totally different. Accidentally, values are yes same. Halana, Dipna, are you okay with this?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Dead weight loss and social. Any doubt? Then Putha, what is the final conclusion over the deficiency payment system? Is it good for consumers? Putha, let's talk about separately one by one. Who are the parties in the economy, Lamai? Number one, consumer is there. Consumer, then producer there. Producer. What is other party, Lamai? Government is there. Government. Right. Nibna, tell me, Buddha, do consumers have some benefits? Oh, after the guaranteed price?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Lamai, because consumer surplus has increased. You can clearly see the difference, Lamai, right? It has increased. So consumers have some benefits. I'll put positive, positive side. What about producers? Do they have benefits along? From producers' point of view, do they have benefits after the guaranteed
Mhm.
price? Yes or no? Yes, Lamai.
No.
They can sell more units at a higher price, causing producer surplus to rise. Yes, they have benefits. What about government? Government has a huge cost, Lamai. Right? From consumers' point of view, is good. From producers' point of view, guaranteed price is good. But from government point of view, it's not good. It's a cost. But if you consider all cost and benefit from entire economic perspective, economic point of view, is it got good or bad? Bad, Lamai. The total loss in economic surplus cause the inefficiency. This system is not good from entire economic point of view. Okay, Lamai. If you consider parties economic units separately, Lamai, one by one, good. Consumers have benefits, producers have benefits. But if you compare these benefits with the total cost incurred by the government, a loss. Are you okay with this? Okay, the Lamai. And from entire economic point of view, social welfare, or we can. Are you okay with this? Can you write this down, Lamai? Put a star mark and write down. After these calculations, is there any space? Or you can use this page number 65, the top. Or you can use a sticky note. Put a star mark and write down. Kalana, Dipna, are you okay with this now? If you want, write this down. Okay. Write down this small paragraph in a separate place, or you can use or write in whatever. Put a star mark and write down, Lamai. A price support system. Price support. This is a general or final conclusion over the guaranteed price. Write down a price support system. A price support system price support system with government making deficiency payment. Deficiency payment is harmful. Harmful towards harmful towards social welfare. social welfare on a net basis. Net basis. Net basis and leads to allocate allocation allocate allocative or allocation, that this is all about dead weight. Harmful towards social welfare on a net basis, social welfare loss. නේද ළමයි? ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි මේකේ වෙන්නේ ඇත්තටම ගවර්න්මන්ට් ඒ කියන්නේ ප්‍රොඩියුසර් බෙනිෆිට් එකක් තියෙනවානේ. මාර හැපි ප්‍රොඩියුසර් බෙනිෆිට් එකක් තියෙනවා. කන්සියුමර් බෙනිෆිට් එකක් තියෙනවද? තියෙනවා. හැබැයි මේ දෙන්නට බෙනිෆිට් එකක් දෙන්න ගවර්න්මන්ට් එක මාර කොස්ට් එකක් අනිත් පැත්තට. ගවර්න්මන්ට් කොස්ට්. ගවර්න්මන්ට් එක ලෝ කොස්ට් එකක් යනවා. ඒ කොස්ට් එකයි බෙනිෆිට් එකයි කම්පෙයාර් කරලා බැලුවට පස්සේ කොස්ට් එක වැඩි. ඒක තමයි ජෙනරල් අයිඩියා එක. Okay ද ළමයි? Are you okay with this? Done. Okay. Take a small break and come ළමයි. Refresh yourself and oxygenate. I no, there's a small part. You can do example number 2 as homework. Example number 2. Take a small break and come to the. I'll take another 15 minutes. I'll wind up. Hipna kalana මුකුත් issue එකක් නැහැ නේද පුතා? Clear නේද? Hipna?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right, okay, Lamai. Let's get it completed. Alana, are you there? Ipna?
Yes, sir.
Ipna?
Yes, sir.
Right. Oh, sorry. Last part. Putha, look at page. You can complete example number 2 as homework. Same question. Same flow. Page number 66. Welfare effect of a price supporting policy based on a deficiency payment. Okay, Putha. Right. Draw this diagram on the box given. Sometimes students are given a table with ABCD letters, and a student should be able to recognize, what are the letters indicated surplus, producer surplus, government cost. Okay, no values. Be able to recognize consumer surplus, everything based on letters. Letters given diagram. Okay, right. This is the last part. If you're okay with this part, you're right. So your diagram and my diagram should price, quantity. So this is supply curve, demand curve, equilibrium price and quantity. P1 1. Now government sets a guaranteed price. All the equilibrium price. And what happens, Lamai? Get excited, supply in more market. Who? Then market supply falls. States P not. Okay, Lamai. හරිද ළමයි? Then A F H. Right. You can fill the table based on the diagram. This is the table lamai. Consumer surplus, producer surplus, government expenditure. It's been government cost lamai. Okay. Last one, total surplus. Total surplus mean economic surplus. Huh? Total do it yourself, Lama. You can do it. For guaranteed price, after and for guaranteed price, after guaranteed price, Change. Right. Okay, Lamai. Here we go. Right. Dipna, tell me about the consumer surplus before the guaranteed price. What are the letters, Lamai? Consumer surplus before guaranteed price.
A and B.
A and B. A and B. A, B. Producer surplus. Purna, producer surplus before the guaranteed price. No, before the guaranteed price. CD, yes. E and D. Producer surplus, E and D. Nathan, government cost before the guaranteed price? No government. Government cost without a guaranteed. No cost. Total surplus means the consumer surplus and producer surplus. Very simple. Before the guaranteed price, A, B, C, and okay, the lamai. Right. After the guaranteed price, calendar, consumer surplus.
A, B, C, F, G.
FG, very good. Maximum demand price minus actual price paid by consumer may distance second lamai should be multiplied by this triangle lamai. A, B, C, F. A, B, A, B, E, F. Now I compare the consumer surplus before and after the guaranteed price. Before the guaranteed price, AB. After the guaranteed price, there are so many ABC. Sorry, FG. Has consumer surplus increase or decrease? Lamai? Increase by what are the letters? Lamai? C, F, and okay, the lamai. Dipna, producer surplus after the guaranteed price. Producer surplus after the guaranteed price. Dipna, producer surplus after the guaranteed price.
E and
Okay.
H.
Huh? Yes, Daru. What is it?
E and H.
And no, more than E and H. Actual price received by producer Dipna. This is the actual price received by producer. Actual price received by producer. Actual price received by producer Dipna minus minimum supply price. Minimum supply price. This is the price where your supply curve intersects price axis. Then Dipna, this distance multiplied by entire quantity after the guaranteed price. This is the entire quantity. Okay, Buddha. Then this distance multiplied by this distance mean this is a triangle. It should be a triangle. Are you okay with this? This is the producer surplus after the guaranteed price. What are the letters?
B, C, D, and E.
Yeah, B, C, D, and B, C, D, and E. So compare these producer surplus after and before. CD now BCDE. What are the letters nimbly added? Producer surplus increases lamai. B, B and E. Then put the final conclusion is that producer surplus has increased. Government cost. Purna, government cost. Government cost. Government cost. Than that. So this is the deficiency payment per unit. This distance multiplied by this Q2 quantity. Yes, B, C, E, F, E, H. The government cost. Tell me letters now. B, C, E, F. The cost is always lost. It should be minus. What are the letters? B, E, F, G, and then how to get total surplus? Consumer surplus, producer surplus should be added. Not only that, we have to deduct, subtract that government. Okay, it will be a big A consumer surplus lamai B, E, F, G. එකට add කරන්න ඕන ළමයි producer surplus B මේ දෙකම positive ළමයි okay benefit නේ B, E, E and E okay ද ළමයි and government costs need to be deducted B, E, E, F, G and H okay ද ළමයි then total so that you can cancel of these letters example plus B minus B here plus C minus C because government cost is always okay the lamai then you can cancel off plus F minus F G minus G E also lamai right E also you can cancel off then what are the letters left lamai A B C D minus H now compare economic surplus before guaranteed price and after the guaranteed before guaranteed price A B C D after the guaranteed price puta A B C D remain constant but we have a loss because minus H this is a loss in economic surplus can you remember okay so reduction or change in economic surplus is minus this is called social welfare social Palana clear the puta okay the
Okay, sir.
Dipna ඔයාට මෙන්න මෙතනින් මේක කරන්නත් පුළුවන් මේ බලන්න ඕකේ දැන් මෙතන ළමයි කන්සියුමර්ට C ඇඩ් වෙලා තියෙනවානේ හැබැයි ඒකට ලොකු කොස්ට් එකක් ගවර්න්මන්ට් එකට යනවා මේ ඒක කැන්සල් කරන්න පුළුවන් තිය නෑනේ හරිද ළමයි නේ C plus C and minus C cancel off මේ F ට මේ F අයින් කරන්න පුළුවන් C E E E E ඔයාලට පේනවා H තමයි loss එක නේද ඒත් හරි නේද okay right okay Dipna Kalana deficiency payments Kalana Dipna okay the Buddha
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
clear the right example number 2 කරන්න ඔමින්න Lamai, please complete these questions. 2018 A-level paper, page number 68 is a good question, Lamai. Complete question. It's from Deficiency Payment System, 2018 A-level paper question. And 2021 A-level paper question, page number 60, 67. Please complete, Deepna, Kalana. Okay, then.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, the Lamai. Okay. With that, I'll wrap up the class. Thank you very much for coming. Have a nice day. See you on Wednesday. Buddha, within 2 days, we can complete this unit number 3 in the Lamai, and we can jump into unit number 4. Okay, that's enough today. Okay, Buddha. See you next day. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye.